Goeiedag allemaal weer in een bekende omgeving hier. We zijn weer in Den Haag, Marcheline en Rolf. Ja. Fijn dat jullie er zijn natuurlijk.
Bedankt Aschwin.
Zo is het. We beginnen in het Nederlands, maar zoals jullie ook zien hebben we gasten. So we will switch to English now. And maybe we can do an introduction because we already know Rolf, of course, and Marcheline, and me, Aschwin. But let's do an introduction of the guest on this table. So maybe we can start with you.
Thank you, Aschwin. Hello, my name is Agus Setiabudi. I'm the Education and Cultural Attache at the embassy. My role is to facilitate cooperations between Indonesia and the Netherlands in education and cultural sectors. One of it is to promote Indonesian language here in the Netherlands.
Yeah. And that's the deal. That's why we are here today, because of the language course, of course. Yeah, and we also already had some contacts with you. Pa Agus is a familiar face for us now, I think.
Absolutely.
So it's nice to have you here on the table on our podcast this day.
Thank you.
And then we've got another guest.
Yes, thank you for having us here, Aschwin. So my name is Indira Primasari. You can call me Indira. I'm an Indonesian language teacher at Indonesia House Amsterdam. Yeah.
Great. So we will ask you later some questions about the BIPA in Amsterdam, of course.
Exactly.
Great.
What did you say, Aschwin? BIPA?
The BIPA. What is the BIPA? Yeah. So we are sitting here in Den Haag at the KBRI. We are very... it's very nice to have us here, of course.
I'm sorry, we are at the embassy.
At the embassy? I'm sorry.
Not at the KBRI.
The embassy, but indeed the BIPA, it's a good question, because for us it's already, a familiar word, of course.
Yeah.
But I think, Pa Agus, you can, give our listeners... some information about the BIPA.
Yeah, okay. So BIPA is stand for Bahasa Indonesia bagi Penutur Asing, meaning that this is Indonesian language for the foreigner. So this is a program, a national program from the Ministry of Education in Indonesia to promote Bahasa Indonesia to the world community. Yeah. So every embassy in the world is encouraged to promote Bahasa Indonesia through the course. We call it BIPA course. So also here in the Netherlands, we do a lot of BIPA course, Bahasa Indonesia course. So this is a program that has been already there for about, let's say, 12 years or so, or more than 12 years. So this program is around the world. Almost every embassy has this kinds of program. In the embassy that has an Education and Cultural Attache, so this will be run by the Education Attache. Yeah. But at the embassy which doesn't have the Education Attache, it is run by, we call it information, social and cultural affairs of the embassy. So almost every embassy has this function. Yeah. So they run this kinds of course at their own at their embassy.
Yeah, in their own where they are.
we call it accreditation state. Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. Huh?
Very interesting, and because here in the Netherlands there are a lot of Indonesian, or as we call it, the diaspora, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think maybe the United States has a lot of Indonesian diaspora. Yeah. But especially here in the Netherlands, I think there is a lot of potential for this BIPA course. Yeah. Because we know a lot of people, they don't speak Indonesian. Yeah. They are maybe born there, moved to the Netherlands, but still have maybe, they still want to learn the language, the culture. So there's a lot of potential, I guess.
Yeah, that's right.
On different locations, I do know that there's a BIPA course run in the city of Arnhem. which we are responsible for, of course. Also in Amsterdam.
In Amsterdam, and also other cities, I guess. Like Breda, Den Haag,
Yeah, actually, the BIPA course is not intended only for the diaspora, but for everybody, because we want Bahasa Indonesia is used by as many people as we can. So if you heard already, for example, that Bahasa Indonesia has become the official language of UNESCO. So if UNESCO publish a document, an official document, there will be one version in Bahasa Indonesia.
Okay.
So this is not only for the diaspora, but the Netherlands, of course, will be special because we have a lot of diaspora here. We estimate kind of 2 million Indonesian diaspora here, including
us.
So there.
So we have run here the Bahasa Indonesia, the BIPA course in many cities. Of course, at Arnhem, at Indonesia House Amsterdam. We have also here in Wassenaar. We have in Breda. We have in Dordrecht, and we have in Bes. So again, this is very special because we can reach Indonesian diaspora. We also try to reach specific communities here in the Netherlands, like Moluccan communities here. So they are also Indonesian diaspora, of course. The second generation still knows about Bahasa Indonesia, but the third, the fourth generation, they don't know about Bahasa Indonesia. So we want them also to be influenced by Bahasa Indonesia and to use Bahasa Indonesia if they can. We also try to reach the international student. So we do collaborations with student associations to do the Bahasa Indonesia course. And well, if a community want to have a Bahasa Indonesia course, then we can also provide. Like we had one with the Mindroot community. If you know about this community, they are a community who were adopted during their child, and then they grow up with the Dutch culture. They look like me, like Indonesian. But they speak Dutch. Don't speak Bahasa Indonesia at all. So we also try to reach them to get familiar with Bahasa Indonesia. So in principle, BIPA is for all the community. But if there is a community, a specific community who need it, we can also provide the courses for them.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's very interesting. So the Mindroot community, so the adopted ones who actually don't have any connections with Indonesia because they've grown up like Dutch people, but still there is this urge to know where do I come from?
Of course,
right?
you have the Indonesian look,
the
the Asian look.
And it's not everything is about language, but it's also about connecting or discovering your roots, so to say, your background,
cultural,
the cultural aspects of Indonesia.
The main purpose is about language, but bahasa. But of course, the teachers can do some improvisations according to the situations of their students. So the teachers could also provide some cultural informations on. In one of the course, we also have kind of a performance from Indonesian who can dance or sing, so that could hopefully they could attract them to the Indonesian culture.
And that's interesting because like we had it yesterday our course, but a lot of people they don't have been to Indonesian yet, but through this language course we see they are they are willing to go. They are
getting
they
excited.
are motivated to visit Indonesia after having the courses. Which is interesting, right?
Very.
That's a little bit the setup of the course in Arnhem, for example. We decided to make it a digital or virtual trip. So we start from Schiphol. We fly to Jakarta, and that's the first lesson, being in Jakarta, how to order food, for example, how to get a taxi or get familiar with Grab, typical things from Indonesia.
How to say hello.
How to say hello. Apa kabar, huh? But and then we travel through Java to our final destination in Bali, which is maybe nice to end your first holiday to Indonesia.
So a lot of people are now indeed motivated to learn the language, but also to go to Indonesia. So it's interesting to know the BIPA course already is here for 12 years.
More or less, yeah.
More or less. So
But it exists 12 years, or is it for 12 years already here in the Netherlands?
I think here in the Netherlands is already at the time.
Okay, so that's already quite some time.
Yeah.
But it exists a bit longer, as I understood also?
I think as far as I know, so the BIPA course actually is started since like 1970s. And then it has been growing since 1990 actually. Yeah, because I remember in my childhood, so my parents used to own a homestay in my hometown, and then we collaborated with universities in Jakarta, and then we organized a BIPA course for foreigners.
But the official name of BIPA is come later, right?
I see.
The practice of spreading Bahasa Indonesia has been already sometimes.
Yeah.
And here in the Netherlands, there are still a lot of people who are willing to learn the language. So is there actually a platform they can check out where are the language courses, or is there something, because of course via our Instagram they can get some information, or is there some platform they can check, maybe the website of the KBR here in the Netherlands?
So if we see the regular programs of BIPA conducted by the Indonesian embassy here, we do it in two of the premises, one at the Indonesian school in Wassenaar, one at the Indonesia House Amsterdam.
Yeah.
So we will do the course at those two premises regularly. Yeah. But for other places, it will be depend on the request of the community.
Yeah.
We also need to be sure that in a place that some community want to have the Bahasa Indonesia course, we should have teachers.
Teachers,
Otherwise, they have to travel long from the other sides of the Netherlands. So, so luckily now we have already in Arnhem, which represent the east part of the Netherlands. We have in Bes and Dordrecht, representing the south of the Netherlands. We have in Indonesia House Amsterdam, central of the Netherlands. But actually, we have also one teachers in Groningen who did the Bahasa Indonesia course at the Taman Indonesia Kalenkote or Kolenkate.
Oh, Kalenkote.
Yeah. So in principle, we can do it around the Netherlands, but we have to be sure that there is a community who want to have it, and also we have a teachers around there.
I have
for the informations, mainly we put it on our Instagram, either on the education sections Instagram or in the embassy social media.
The social media.
Great. So that's the main information sources you can try to find for having information on Bahasa Indonesia course.
So that's for the listeners who are interested now. They can check out those community, those pages on social media. Great.
Indeed.
We've got. So you want to add something?
Oh yeah. I was just wondering, Pa, do we also offer online course, Pa, for the interested participants? In addition to in-person meetings.
Yeah, we had one experience on that, but it will depend on the request. But the regular program for the online one is not yet there. But if you want to have that one, let's say you have we had one Suriname community which lives across the Netherlands, not located in one location. No. So we do it in online because there are one community and then they are spreading around the Netherlands. So we did it in online.
Okay.
the Suriname community.
Yeah. We will also start with our second Zoom class in January, January. So, which is also a success because for some, going out in the evening is a bit of an effort they don't want to make, and then they prefer to study from home. Yeah. Which
we can always negotiate about it. So if there is a request, then we can talk about it. Yeah.
I think we've got a lot of information for our listeners too about the BIPA, what it is, the history of it. But we want to focus now on the teacher,
Okay, shoot.
on the Amsterdam, the Indonesian house.
This is the house Amsterdam. Yeah.
So maybe you've got some questions. We're gonna ask you some.
Yeah.
And maybe you got some nice experiences. So we will listen to that in a short while now. En we zijn weer terug met heel wat informatie dus over de BIPA, wat verteld is.
Ja, misschien toch.
Ja, precies. Even in het Nederlands een korte samenvatting. Het is dus een talencursus voor buitenlandse sprekers. Daar gaat het om. En voor wie was het?
Eigenlijk voor iedereen.
Voor iedereen. Ja.
Bestaat al lange tijd, een beetje zoals we begrepen in de jaren 70, dat het al een initiatief was. Wat later heeft het de officiële benaming BIPA gekregen. Ja. Wordt eigenlijk door alle ambassades toegepast in hun gebied. Om mensen te enthousiasmeren voor de taal, de cultuur.
Precies.
Ja.
En
een mooi initiatief ook. Hè?
Ja, precies. Ja. Hier in Nederland dus verschillende communities, maar inderdaad voor iedereen die de taal wilt leren.
Nou ja, en je hebt misschien geluk als je in zo'n stad woont waar zo'n cursus wordt gegeven. Maar anders is misschien ook nog de kans om het op Zoom te doen.
Dat is ook zo. Ja, en de communities kunnen dus iets regelen.
Ja, en dan kan je dus informatie vinden vanuit de social media.
Van de ambassade in Den Haag, precies.
Ja.
Ik denk dat we het zo een beetje hebben samengevat.
Ja.
Eén locatie waar die BIPA wordt gehouden is Amsterdam.
Ja. Amsterdam, ja.
Indonesia
House Amsterdam.
And I guess someone here at the table knows a lot about the BIPA in Amsterdam.
Well, I guess I can just share my experience with my students at IHA.
Great, that would be wonderful. Just to begin, how long do you teach at the Amsterdam Indonesian House?
Yeah, for now, I've been teaching at IHA for 6 months actually. So, together with Pak Agus, we started the first course at IHA for the Amsterdammers, and then now we just finished the second batch actually, and then we are heading for the third batch.
Already.
Yeah, next year, and we already have a waiting list. Yeah.
And I'm very curious, what kind of students do you have?
Oh wow! Yeah, we have very diverse students actually. Many of them are youngsters, and also the below 40, and then many of them also from a senior generation. And then, but if I notice from their background, so there are similarity. I mean, like most of them have like Indonesian roots, or some of them
to Indonesia
to feel connected, or even if they don't have like Indonesian roots, so they do feel connected and feel feel happy, visiting Indonesia. And then many of them also got married with Indonesian partners, and then they do want to communicate, much better with their partners.
With their mother-in-law.
With their mother-in-law.
With mother-in-law or with family. So they would love to learn more Indonesians.
Great. So it's a nice mix.
Exactly. It's a really nice mix, and also some of them are planning to study or to work in Indonesia even, and they're starting business. For example, like they have like business partners in Indonesia, and then they experience like difficulty in communicating, of course, because of the language barriers, and they do want to learn Indonesian to to make the business process much better.
It's easier.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And I think we recognize this also from Arnhem, the same group of students.
Yeah.
Older ones
A nice
who were
mix.
born in Indonesia, maybe, but at a young age moved to the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Spoke maybe as a child. We call it Pasar Malaysia, not the Bahasa Indonesia, but now they want to learn Bahasa Indonesia. Also the young generation. They feel at a certain age that they want to know more about the background of their grandparents or their parents.
Actually, the embassy really want to have the young learner doing BIPA because they will use it for a long time. But as long as they are interested, no matter it is young or old, they are always welcome. They are always welcome.
We prefer them to be young.
We cannot do discrimination in this case, right, Pa?
But if you talk about preference, then the young ones.
Although in our experience, the older ones, they are the most diligent students, right?
That's
So
true.
that's,
From this batch, like yesterday.
I don't know how that in Amsterdam is. Is that also the case with the older generation that they're diligent students?
As we already discussed before this podcast. So my students who have a background of they are more like from the old generation. They are really serious. I mean, like they are very active, and critical. Sometimes I just I had a sort of difficulties to answer the questions because they can just go with a very detailed questions. Even as an Indonesian and as a native, I don't have the answers. Something like that. But that's really interesting.
Maybe about prefixes,
exactly. Pre and prefix and also suffix. Imbuhan and also akhiran, something like that.
So we know that problem.
I think we have the similar problems.
I think so. But that's a good thing because they are very motivated.
Exactly. Exactly.
You had another experience about and we thought it was
another background.
Another background.
You told us about.
Oh that's an interesting a story. Is it about the Japanese? Japanese group. Well, in my story, I delivered my course in English actually because I do not speak Dutch very fluent, but. This is the interesting thing is that some of my students have Japanese background, so they do speak Japanese fluently, and then I do also speak Japanese. So I mean, but they're really interested in learning Indonesian, just because they feel that they are part of Indonesian, and then they really want to keep the culture for their family, and then they are really curious.
And then
you mean the Suriname?
Suriname,
the Suriname
people, Suriname Japanese,
Also, always an interesting topic, this Suriname Japanese community.
Yes.
Because they already speak maybe for 100 or 150 years Japanese, being in Suriname. How is that level of Japanese? Is it like the similar level as you speak it, or has it evolved, or?
In Japanese we have 3 different levels actually, from the basic one, Ngoko, and then Madio and Kromo. And then for the Suriname people, they do speak the lowest level, the Ngoko one, and then but they're really curious and motivated to learn the higher level of Japanese. But they do speak really well. I mean, I speak with my fellow Japanese people.
Oh, interesting.
Really interesting.
Is it easy for them to learn Bahasa Indonesia, or is it like a complete new language to them?
That's also interesting because by learning Japanese, they already excel the language, so it's getting easier, to catch up the language and also to learn about the structure.
But do you also have an experience about the similarity between Dutch words and Indonesian words during your class, perhaps?
Yes, we did discuss about that, but I mean, we have a lot of discussion about the similarity between Dutch words and also Indonesian words, and also because Indonesian borrowed a lot of Dutch words, right? And then we discuss what does it mean and something like that.
Ritsluiting.
Yeah.
That kind of.
That's the one example.
Achteruit. Huh?
Yeah.
Achteruit,
yeah.
I think that we discussed it in our discussion or introduction that there are thousands words used in Indonesian with a Dutch history, so to say, that you already speak the language at least for a part.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I remembered an art exhibition at IHA actually. Yeah, it's about the words that we borrow Indonesia borrow from Dutch, and then there's also an interesting discussion in my students.
So there are a lot of listeners.
Yeah.
Maybe they are now motivated to follow the BIPA course, maybe in Amsterdam. But what kind of level do they have to start the BIPA course? Is there some basic level they already have to they need, or?
Yeah. So we don't, for now, we are offering just a basic course at IHA.
Okay.
But if, there are some people who already, speak or have the capacity in the higher language, they can always contact us through the embassy and to the Education Attache.
Yeah. So in principle, we fully support the basic course of Bahasa Indonesia. Yeah. But when there are groups who want to do, let's say, an intermediate one, we can always facilitate for some extent. So like we provide the room for doing courses, but another thing should also shared by the participant. So please, if you have finished your basic course and then you have a group who want to continue, contact us, and then we will see what we can do for that. At least we can provide the room to have a course, like here in Wassenaar or there in Amsterdam. So we can always discuss about it.
And we can also collaborate with other teachers, for example, with our fellow from Arnhem. I remember I contacted Rolf about it because I knew someone who wants to learn Indonesian in higher level, and then we cannot offer the course in Amsterdam. And
we have one of our teachers, Mita. She's from Indonesia, native teacher. So that would be a perfect match.
So then we can do the intermediate or the advanced one either here in Wassenaar with Paraman who authored that book, or maybe at your group in Arnhem. Right? So
a warm welcome for.
So actually for everyone. The listeners who don't speak Indonesian, maybe only a few words. So there's the basic course.
No need to be afraid, because
no need to be afraid.
That's the thing.
So
in principle, every group can offer the intermediate or the advanced one.
Okay.
I mean, not only Arnhem and Wassenaar, but also the group in Dordrecht and Breda also can do it. Yeah.
And we don't also do like placement tests at IHA, so everybody just can join us.
But, sorry, what is that?
Placement test, because normally in a more formal BIPA course, they will assess their level of proficiency, and then they will be, placed in a certain level. But because we will not organize that placement test. So we just, welcome everybody who are interested in learning Indonesian.
And it's also nice for that group. They can interact together. That's also the fun thing about it, of course.
You motivate each other.
You motivate each other.
Exactly. Actually, for the first session, it's like trial session for the participants. So if they have like advanced level, so they can just okay, this is not a good class for me, and then they will ask, do you have any recommendation for a teacher that can teach me for a higher level? So that's something works at IHA so far.
Don't be afraid. Don't be scared.
Exactly. Don't be scared
to follow the BIPA course. That's the thing.
And I mean, like making mistakes is just like part of learning language, right?
True.
Regardless of the language.
True.
I mean, like I do make a lot of mistakes when learning Dutch, but I grow also because of the mistakes. So I do agree with you, Aschwin. Just don't be afraid and just be brave, to speak, and then just let's see. I think
Yesterday we had one of our final classes of a present course we give, but I think both of us, Aschwin and myself, as teachers, were amazed about the level.
Really?
We read a text together and they could translate.
Wow.
Pretty good. Pronunciation is very good.
I was amazed indeed, because we were reading a text and a dialogue even, but they could translate it. Some did already read it, but most of them, they just could translate it. And that's for the students also very nice to
see
have
their
this
progression.
Have this feeling of accomplishment. Even after 9, it's only 9 lessons, but the feeling is great. Okay, I can understand some text in Indonesian.
And I definitely completely agree with you, because that's also the accomplishment for the teacher.
True.
Because as a teacher, I'm really happy, to see the progress of my students.
Sometimes we advise our students, of course, to watch movies or series, which is a great method also. On the other hand, if I see the young generation in Indonesia, they speak so fast, and they combine words, if you know what I mean.
They got lost, and maybe they are not familiar with the slang language as well. But that's also like a good experience, and to bring other into discussion with the teachers as well.
Great.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of information. I'm sorry, a lot of information about the BIPA course here in Amsterdam, or there in Amsterdam. We are here in Den Haag. But it's nice to share this information with the listeners who are maybe already willing.
Well,
only
I am
needed
now
a push.
You are now willing.
now I'm willing to follow a course.
Glad to hear that.
Everybody is welcome to join the BIPA course, especially when you have community. You can be, you can have your group or your BIPA class. But if not, then you can always join our regular program. So everybody are welcome.
And I would like to add an important information also, especially for a course at IHA, because we organize the free course, right, Pa? So we haven't mentioned about that. So the participant,
the course in IHA and in Amsterdam are free course. I think we also subsidize the program in Arnhem. So also in Breda and in Dordrecht are also a free course. So also we frequently provide some Indonesian food during the course, especially in Amsterdam. So that would be a nice thing to do.
So there will be a lot who are.
One more thing in Amsterdam. We do a lot of exhibition there, art exhibition, performance, etc. So the participants of BIPA course can also enjoy the exhibition, the performance at Indonesia House Amsterdam. You are very nice.
That's a part of our curriculum actually, and that's the advantage for having the course at IHA, because we can combine between the material, the language material, and also the cultural immersion, and a lot of cultural activities. For example, like art exhibitions, and also like a festival, like we had several weeks ago, we had Molukant festival, and then we invited the participants to come and then to enjoy the festival, and then to get a lecture, from the expert actually. So it's a really nice experience, not only learning the language but also the culture itself.
Oh, that's nice.
So
let's go to Amsterdam.
Yeah. Forget Arnhem. Let's go to Amsterdam.
Well, I mean, like, but that's not only about IHA. Because I believe in Arnhem you also have the similar
we had
courses, right?
We had roti kukus yesterday. And the week before, what was it?
We had Winko Baba.
Next week we'll have lumpia as the plan. So
Arnhem is a nice place too. Great. Super interesting to know all this information about the BIPA course, the things the embassy is doing to introduce the language here in the Netherlands, for example. And it's actually for everyone.
Yes.
Everyone who is interested in the Indonesian language, the Indonesian culture. So, you can check out the social media pages of the embassy in Den Haag. Ja. Terug naar het Nederlands. Deel 2 alweer over taal. De Indonesische taal. Dit keer dus hier in de ambassade. Hebben we er veel van geleerd?
Indonesische taalkursus dus.
Wel veel over het Indonesisch gepraat natuurlijk, maar nog niet veel geleerd. Hè? Maar Marcheline is hier wel gemotiveerd om een cursus te gaan volgen.
Wel in Amsterdam.
En in Arnhem.
Precies. Maar voor vragen, dus hou de Instagram-pagina's in de gaten.
Ja.
En ook heel interessant, mocht je dus al een community hebben en genoeg mensen die geïnteresseerd zijn, kun je de ambassade ook contacten.
Ja, er wordt er in een leraar voorzien, hè? Heb ik begrepen. Dus
ook dat heel interessant.
Nou, leuk.
Heel goed.
Bedankt. Jullie bedankt.
Dankjewel, Aschwin.
Graag gedaan. Wij gaan nog even doorpraten over de BIPA, denk ik. Maar voor nu is de podcast voorbij. En voor onze luisteraars, of tenminste jullie horen ons de volgende keer weer.
Ja, zijn we er weer bij. Ja.
En dan gaat het ongetwijfeld weer over de taal en misschien over slang. En goed, hè?
Ja.
Mooie dingen hoe we de taal kunnen gaan leren. Dat voor straks. Of dat voor de volgende keer.
Nou, bedankt.
Iedereen bedankt.
Ja.
Bedankt.